Okay, that's not much further back than I expected. Thank you, autosave. So much. The wounded and elderly struggle to make it onto the floating rocks, while fear of the bridge paralyzes the legs of others. The dredge give chase, crossing onto the bridge without hesitation. What do you guys think? I feel like we should drop the back of the bridge. Actually, let's do that. Wrinkled Varls near you spits and shouts, "We're not your beasts of beard, human. Carry them yourself." Suddenly, Hakan knocks over a supply cart, spilling its contents into the chasm. Stanley scoops up the slowest clansmen, placing them in the cart. Ivor joins him, knocking back any dredge to get close. The cart is soon moving, with only dredge left behind in the caravan's wake. He watches the floating stones nearest the land tremble and drop back into the chasm, taking all standing there with them. The sight is terrifying, but you turn and urge the others to keep moving forward. I don't know what this music is. Growing visibly weaker. Meanwhile, many in the caravan are stunned by witnessing family members fall to their deaths. The effect is spreading. Everyone look forward. Move! Those immediately around you hasten their steps. Others don't hear you at all and fall away as Avon's grasp wanes. This is a hell of a scene. Stones behind the caravan are falling faster than the rising one in the front. Their clansmen are pushing forward in panic. Over shouts, "Knock some of those people over the edge before we all go down!" People gasp and flee from them. "We are carrying too much," Ivor says. "We got to get rid of something before that metal drops us all into the depths." Look around and see only people, food, and massive cart the ravens are hauling. Only two of those are an option. Dump more food. The ones close to the supplies look at you bewildered. "We won't need food if we don't make it across," you shout. It's only a couple of carts are unhitched and shoved over the bridge. Avon's relief is almost instant. The bridge extends, giving everyone more room and time to move. This is a hell of a scene. Although the music does not actually improve. Oh no, there's a bottom village. Just a bit further, Avon. Avon's scream chills you as it echoes off the cliff a mere 100 yards away. Again, the bridge shakes, but stays together. Juno looks at you, her lips are trembling. "This is killing him," she says. "I won't let that happen." Her tone is dark and cold. We'll dump the rest of the supplies. "Thank you. We'll place them in arms dealer," says Juno before returning to Avon's side. Supplies are dumped and the caravan moves forward. Almost there. Come on, Avon, hold it together, buddy. Watch your step.
It's hard to believe we made it across that chasm. Now we find what's left of Ormsdalr. Once a great trade town at the fork of the Ormsau River. How many lives must have been lost here?
Whatever caused that chasm completely destroyed this place. From the men of Varl to the youngest human children, everyone is sapped from crossing the chasm. Tents are loosely strung up and gears thrown on the ground as everyone falls asleep. You should post a few guards out of habit before sinking down against a crate, wrapping your cloak around you, and closing your eyes. Chest aches as if from a wasp sting. Feeling around you for the cause for it, you look down between your leathery gray fingers running over a red stone breastplate. Grasping, you open your eyes to find your cloak still wrapped around you. No stone armor underneath. The caravan is still asleep, snoring more prevalent than usual. Everyone will drift off for a bit more rest before facing the tasks of the new day. Let's check out the ruins. Make your way across the broken bones of the former trade town, curious as to what's inside this building, which is still somewhat intact. Usher groans as you enter, and you hear yourself whispering, "This isn't worth it." For a quick survey of the room, only two things stand out. A stone with strange etchings resting on the broken mantel, footprints in the dust near a small door in the wall. A gust of wind blows up from the chasm, and the whole building creaks. "I know you're there. I'm here to help." The small door creaks open and the child looks at you. "Come here," you say. "This place isn't safe." The child seems to trust you, tiptoes toward you. Others begin filing out, carefully choosing their steps. Each person is carrying a bag of food. As you're leaving a precarious structure, a small child runs back in and grabs a stone off the mantel, handing it to you with a smile. "Jokul harder." Let's talk to Ivor. Ivor stands stoically by Avon's pallet, watching the unconscious mentor's breathing. "You took a lot out of him." "I never want him to do something like that again." I'll let you tell that to the man who can pull lightning from the sky and lift rocks to form bridges." Impressive as his strength may be, you notice how the use of power taxed the mender. He looks older. "Where's Juno? I figured she'd be by Avon's side." Just as Ivor shrugs, oddly abruptly enters the room. "Good, you're here. It's the Ravens. They're trying to leave and some of our people want to go with them." "What? Why?" "We nearly went over a waterfall in ships and lost a lot of people following some Volkov across floating rocks. I'm not saying any of that is your fault, but people are scared." "If they've made up their minds to go, they'll leave whenever you're not looking." "And the Ravens have been hoarding supplies this whole time, and they're trying to take off with them. Juno and Hakan are trying to talk sense to Bolver, so it's desperate." As you make your way to the door, you turn to look at Ivor. "Go. People should see you handle something like this without me around."
Now stand down, or you'll be missing more than your horns. Stand down, you son of a yacht!
I can't calm him. His fury. Here they are, just as I said. Bolverk's lost his mind. Take him down. This will get his attention. Yeah, that'll do it. "What have you done?" "It worked. Bolverk, hear me. clansmen chatter as Juno converses with the dazed Bolver quietly. Hakan grabs your attention. Get ready for a confusing conversation. He motions to Irsa, one of Prince Luden's bodyguard, who's waving her pitch-covered hand with a rag on her way over to you. Clever trick, witch. This time. You Varl are just too easy. However you need to do that, thank you. You don't have to be a scholar to learn what others fear, girl. She gives you a curt smile before returning to the prince's tent. Strange, that one. Strange is how much effort it took to stop Bolver. Suppose no one told you... That's not his voice! Suppose no one told you he's a berserk. Probably the last of his kind after Einertoft. Varl King laughs at your blank expression. Berserks lose themselves in a fight. They're as strong as cold bears, just as wild. Hard to say if they're friend or foe in a fight. King Hakan, do you... Enough with the king formalities. I've been Hakan before your Emma was alive, and it works just fine. Sorry, Hakan. Do you mind telling me why two Varl leaders just tried to kill each other? I wasn't going to let him take our supplies without a fight. Coming to try not to take off with supplies he tucked away. Couldn't let it happen. Cool anger glistens in Hakan's eyes when he looks at Bolver. I'd like to know if something like this is going on. I don't call council meetings. I saw something happening, I stepped in to stop it. Varl stares at you, visibly irritated. He's a Varl, so this is my call. We'll give him something, but not much. You glare at the clansman Varl settle amongst the ruins of Armstalir and feel the rumbling growl in your chest. Everyone will be ready to leave as soon as you start walking north. I won't fall for that stupid fire trick again. Polka ignores your comment. Hold on. If he's gonna have a growly voice, I'm gonna need water. The new members from the other caravan probably need a beating or two. Think it was stupid of me to challenge Hakan. Not really my place to say. Since when's that stopped you? Shield Maiden grins. You could have at least waited to hear their plans first, then decided. Our plans almost took us over a fatal waterfall. That waterfall surprised us all. Of course it'll be nice to be on our own again. Make it to Bindle, get a job, and things get back to normal. We always survive. And what about all those dredge? If they make it across that chasm, it'll be war. War's always been good for business. Polka smirks, but her face hardens as Juno approaches. Bolver, could I have a word with you? Haven't you said enough? What's to keep me from gutting you right here? A job opportunity that only I can offer. Polka's eyebrows rise at the sound of a word. I'll finish packing. What do you want? I know your ravens need work. Without work and coin, that banner of yours is worthless. We step towards her, towering above the tall Valka, though she stands resolute. In Bosgard, we made an agreement for you to protect this large cart until we were away from the dredge threat. They're across that damn chasm. That job is done. Agreed, but the cart you've been hauling has become too troublesome. It needs to be sunk in the deepest waters around. You grunt in disgust. Volka's secrets. You would turn down the Mentor Council's coin. Where's the coin? Payment upon completion. You have a Volka's oath. The Blue River to the northwest would be your best option. And if I just leave it in the woods somewhere? I will know, as will the other Volka. Besides, the Raven always finish their job. That reputation means everything to you. You growl, but she's right. Fine. The Raven's oath. It'll be done. Gino nods and walks away. Polka watches her leave and returns to your side. Now what? Now, we have a job. As Cat points into the distance with a smile on his face. Walking that direction, you begin to hear the strangest bickering between two Varl. Now you've done it, Judd, says one Varl with a large shield and spear. Kept on until others heard and came nosing about. The Varl glances your way, nods politely, and walks towards you while shouldering his axe. Don't mind my brother Nock. He's a warrior. Nock steps closer and shoves the other Varl with his shield. Your Varl don't have brothers, and it's a warrior. Polka looks at you with amusement and confusion. None of the other ravens seem to know how to react either. Are you too addled? Not the nicest way to say hello, Nock says, extending his hand in greeting. If you were addled, Yud says, stepping forward and swatting Nock's hand, would we even know it? Nock says, well, you wouldn't, Yud, but I'd know. The spectacle continues, and most of the ravens are now laughing at the absurdity. Hold on. So we're playing a big jerk. Let me refresh. Alright, what do you guys think? Should we be the biggest of jerks? And moid them? Or see what they get, see what they can offer first? I don't know, play Bulwark is like a complete dillweed. So let's just do it. You swing your axes, but nothing catches them on the shield. Yut's axe swing is deflected by Polka, but the force knocks her shield back and busts her nose again. The ravens kill the Varl, losing only 2 in the process. All the mercenaries find no signs of others. You search the bodies and find a pair of rings. The Varl stop for camp soon. New recruits from Borsgard, the previous caravan, are loosely clad behind Mogan. Skilled thrasher with a scar across his face. Felt like a good time to introduce myself. Mogan. Thought you were with the Let's clan. She's even worse than her father about trying to save everyone. She didn't appreciate this chaotic gift of no god, no rules, and plenty of chances for fighting. There's a few rules to being a raven. Most important is following my orders. Of course, yeah, but what about this giant cart that Volka has us rolling around? Something in his tone signals a primal warning inside you. That has nothing to do with you. Well, the way we see it, motions to the fighters around him. She's no longer around. Let's break it open and look at our riches. We're mercenaries, you idiots. We're paid to run jobs, not steal from who hired us. Is any of this making sense to you? He ignores her. He's only interested in what you have to say. Back away, or I kill you in front of your friends. Never's glances bounce between Mogan's posse. A couple of fighters step away, followed by a few more. Pathetic. Not a bad test to see what your new recruits are made of, right? You stalk towards Mogan. He fights with fear contorting his face. Everyone watches in silence as your axes go about their grisly work. No looking in the cart. Motion draws your attention to the nearby woods. You're surprised to see a small group of dredge, some of which you've never seen before, leading one of the new recruits from Borsgard. How'd these faint slags get here, you ask? Though no one has an answer. The tattooed fighter is noticeably drunk, but he lobs 2 black axes in quick succession at an approaching scourge. The axes find their marks, shattering some armor. Let's help them fight. Enjoy your axes and rush in, surprising all the combatants. Holy. He's an axer. Interesting. Oh no, we lost Krubir. He went to this side. Foka. That's Spar. Wanderer. That's really good. I guess you're ranged, I guess you're support. We're gonna do this fight and then probably stop. Yo, can I not move anyone? Attacks twice. First is directed, then a random adjacent target. Killing blow grants an extra turn. Okay, so we don't want anyone standing next to Bolver, although I think Falca is immune to it. I like him. As much of an asshole as he is. Although I'm kind of playing it up a little bit. He also seemed much more reasonable in Borisgard. Cool. sorry that I'm being quiet. I'm just trying to, like, learn what everyone's deal here is. That little flail bow. Cool. You did it, Oli. How is... Did everyone? Yep. And Bulwark. He kind of deserves it, though. Look at him. Alright, we'll go through this dialogue and then do pause. Recovering his axes, the mercenary gives you a lazy grin. That was... well, I appreciate the help. Need a drink? Where'd you learn to throw like that? Tell myself, too many close calls face to face. Seems to soften people up a bit when I do it right. Then do it right. Name's Oli, if you were interested. Grew up in Boers. You walk off but give folk a quick look. I don't even know you're impressed by Oli's throwing. Alright, camp. And let's see our quote-unquote heroes. Promote him. Oh, he's Lucky Flash, plus 10 dodge range, plus 10 for chance, plus 10 desert armor attacks. Interesting. That is better served on Bulwark. Alright, yeah, this seems like a good enough place to stop. Alright, everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day. We will pick this up likely on Saturday. I'm not sure if we're going to start nearly as early. Probably not, in fact, but hope you guys have a good time. And who can I send you off to? I know! Have a good night, guys. Or day. Have a good time zone appropriate send off.